The Rules of Wealth, written by Richard Templar. In today's world, everyone wants to get rich, but few understand how. We admire wealthy people, dream of their lifestyle, and wonder what makes them different. It's not just about luck or background. It's about the mindset they adopt and the habits they stick to. Most of us want to earn more money, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that desire. Wanting a better life is natural, but desire alone won't get you far. Without the right mindset and consistent habits, dreams fade into frustration. Wealth doesn't show up just because you wish for it, it grows when you think smart, act with purpose, and make steady progress. That's how real success is built over time. Now imagine if someone could guide you along the path to wealth. Someone who's made mistakes, learned what works, and laid it out clearly. That's what The Rules of Wealth by Richard Templar offers, not promises of fast money, but timeless lessons anyone can apply to build a strong, successful financial life. In this summary, you'll learn how to turn ideas into income, manage your finances wisely, and invest in ways that help your wealth grow. You'll find tips for planning your future, facing emergencies, and improving your overall money mindset. Most importantly, you'll see that wealth isn't just about the numbers, it's also about what it gives you. Wealth includes knowing when enough is enough. It's about finding peace in your progress, not comparing your success to others. Because real wealth includes freedom, love, happiness, and the mindset to enjoy it all. If you're ready to rethink your relationship with money and build a better future, you're in the right place. A big part of this journey is understanding the money beliefs you carry. Many of the ideas we hold about wealth come from childhood, from parents, teachers, or society, and often, they're not even true. If you never question them, they quietly shape your financial life without you realizing it. Think about these common money myths. Money is the root of all evil. Rich people are greedy. It's better to be poor and humble. I'll never be wealthy. Sound familiar? These ideas are deeply rooted in many of us, even if they're holding us back from financial success. Take a moment and ask yourself where your beliefs came from. Did you ever challenge them? Did you ever research whether they're true, or did you just accept them because they were repeated often enough? It's time to take a closer look at those thoughts and see if they're helping, or hurting, you. Here's the truth, most of those old beliefs are just limiting. They're not spiritual or wise. They're just stories that keep you stuck. If you truly want to grow wealthy, you need to let go of them and replace them with ideas that support your future and potential. Start by creating a new belief system around money. Write down thoughts that empower you, like, it's okay to want to be wealthy, or, money helps me live a full life. Put these beliefs where you can see them often. Let them guide your choices and fuel your determination to succeed. Being wealthy isn't greedy, it's a sign that you're taking charge of your life. Rich and successful people don't carry the same myths poor people do. Either they never believed them, or they worked hard to let them go. You can do the same and build your future on stronger beliefs. So here's your mission: identify every limiting belief you've ever had about money and toss it. Replace each one with something that lifts you up. Say it out loud every day: money is good. I will work hard and become wealthy. This mindset is the foundation of lasting success. Understand this key idea: wealth is a consequence, not a reward. Money isn't given because someone's nice or lucky. It's the natural result of creating value with your thoughts, efforts, and talents. The more value you bring, the more you tend to receive in return. People often think wealth is a matter of deserving. But money doesn't care who you are, it follows value. If you create something people need, you'll be rewarded accordingly. That's how the system works, whether it's in business, art, or innovation. The outcome reflects the input. You might wonder whether rich people deserve all their money. Take Calvin Ayre, for example. He built a fortune through online gambling, a controversial industry. But whether we agree or not, he saw an opportunity, took risks, delivered value, and earned wealth as a result. At one point, Calvin Ayre had over 1.6 million clients in the United States. When the U.S. Department of Justice began investigating, things got complicated. Calvin wasn't a U.S. citizen, nor did he live in the country. He discovered a legal loophole that let him operate from abroad without facing direct legal consequences in the US, simply because he wasn't physically based there. Now you might wonder, was that fair? Did he earn that money in a justifiable way? Let's be clear, we're not here to promote gambling or encourage breaking laws. The point isn't about the industry itself, but about recognizing how Calvin built something. His wealth didn't appear from thin air. It was the result of a system he created and an opportunity he pursued with focus and strategy. Whether or not you agree with his method, Calvin's story shows that wealth is a consequence of action, not a reward for being morally deserving. But if that example doesn't sit right with you, let's look at a different one. There was once a young man who gained attention on television for his unusual business, cleaning and polishing luxury cars for elite clients. What made him remarkable wasn't just the clientele, but the price. He charged £5,000 to clean a single car. Yes, £5,000 just to clean one vehicle. Now ask yourself, was that payment a result of luck or charm? Or was it the natural outcome of the high-level service he delivered? The answer is pretty obvious when you think it through. His success came from offering unmatched quality. His clients believed he was the best at what he did. His careful attention to detail, his professionalism, and the luxurious experience he delivered made people feel that the price was justified. That income wasn't gifted, it was earned through skill, vision, and consistent, high-level work. That's the shift in thinking you need. Wealth isn't a reward for being good. It's what happens when you consistently bring value to others through your service, innovation, or expertise. When you stop waiting to be chosen or deemed worthy, and instead focus on being valuable, wealth begins to follow naturally, not as a prize, but as a result. Another truth worth understanding is this: money begets money. It's often said that money attracts more money, and that's absolutely correct. Like rabbits multiplying quietly in a field, money can grow steadily, then suddenly take off. That's one reason the rich often keep getting richer. It's a snowball effect that builds over time. Now you can complain about that reality, or you can learn to work with it. You can choose to stay in the same financial spot or take steps to create something better. The choice comes down to mindset. Every morning, you get to decide whether you'll grow or stay stuck. That decision, repeated daily, shapes your entire financial future. Once you start earning more, you'll notice how quickly money grows, if you use it wisely. Wealthy people know how to make their money work for them. They understand compound interest. You should, too. The concept is simple: save regularly, invest smartly, and let your money quietly build itself over time. Don't spend all that you earn. Invest part of it in something solid, something you've studied and believe in. Let your interest compound year after year. It may seem slow at first, but over time, it creates a powerful ripple effect. There are many great books and tools that can teach you how to do this, so make learning a priority. Think of your money like a farm full of rabbits. If you eat every rabbit, you're done. But if you let some of them multiply, you'll have more later. It's the same with income. Spend some on essentials and happiness, but always save a chunk and invest it. Let that money multiply quietly while you live within your means. Use your savings to build something, whether it's a side business, an investment portfolio, or an income-generating asset. Avoid wasting money on flashy things that only give temporary joy. True wealth isn't loud. It's quiet, smart, and strategic. It's about letting your money work while you focus on long-term goals. But before you build wealth, you need a starting point. You must understand your current financial situation. That's the first real step. Without this clarity, you're like a traveler heading somewhere without a map. You might have a destination in mind, but no idea where you're starting from. Think of Robinson Crusoe after the shipwreck. He didn't panic. First, he took inventory: what supplies he had, what tools he could use, and what resources were around him. Only then did he begin to plan. In your financial journey, you need to do the same. Begin by taking an honest look at where you are right now. What's useful? What needs to go? How much debt are you carrying? What is your true net worth? If you're serious about building wealth, the first step is a complete financial assessment. Without knowing where you stand, your efforts will be scattered, and progress will feel out of reach. Smart people don't just get to work, they prepare their tools first. One of the most effective tools. A checklist. Start with the basics. How much do you spend each month on housing and transportation? What's the total balance on your credit cards, student loans, or personal debt? Do you own high-value items, jewelry, designer bags, tech? How much do you have saved or invested? Do you have a retirement plan or pension? Next, examine your income and expenses. Track your monthly earnings. Write down your fixed costs like groceries, utilities, subscriptions. Note variable expenses, dining out, shopping, entertainment. Then, calculate your net worth, assets minus liabilities. This isn't about perfection. It's about clarity. Once you see where you are, you stop guessing, and start planning. And that's where real progress begins. Now let's talk about that plan. Have you ever noticed how some people work hard but never seem to move forward financially? It's often not a lack of effort, it's a lack of strategy. Without a plan, people hesitate. They miss opportunities, fall into debt cycles, and end up stuck in the same place year after year. But a solid plan works like a compass. It keeps you moving in the right direction, even when things get tough. Remember Robinson Crusoe? After his shipwreck, he didn't wait to be rescued. He gathered supplies, built shelter, and found food. When the first hut failed, he didn't give up, he adapted. That's the essence of planning: act, assess, adjust, and keep moving. You might have a stable job now. Maybe you're even comfortable. But if it's not bringing you closer to your goals, it's time to create a roadmap. That might mean paying off debt faster, finding a side hustle, starting a business, investing in your skills or the stock market. Whatever path you choose, don't drift. As the saying goes, a good plan executed today beats a perfect one delayed until tomorrow. Here's the truth: wealth doesn't show up for those who wait. It comes to those who work smart, work hard, and pursue it with purpose. It's easy to assume the wealthy had it easy, but most of them didn't. Behind success lies discipline, sacrifice, and relentless effort. They rise early. They stay focused. They don't spend hours scrolling or binging shows. They understand that money is earned, not wished for. If you're serious about building wealth, it starts with self-discipline and a clear vision. Ask yourself, how badly do I want this? What am I willing to do to achieve it? These questions separate dreamers from doers. And here's the encouraging part: you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be persistent. You won't get rich overnight. You'll stumble, fail, and face setbacks, but if you keep showing up, you'll grow. Eventually, you'll get there. Look at Richard Templar, author of The Rules of Wealth. He didn't inherit money. He didn't strike gold by accident. He built his wealth step by step, by applying the very advice he later wrote about. He followed one of his own rules: decide to be wealthy. Once you've made that decision, the rest is just implementation. So make the decision. Start where you are. Build your map. And take the first step today. Make it look effortless, after you've put in the work. He wakes up early, stays up late, and cuts out meaningless distractions. Instead of wasting time, he invests it into personal growth, professional mastery, and financial intelligence. That's one of the real secrets of wealthy people. It's not just about working hard, it's about working smart. They push themselves like their future depends on it, because it does. They treat their time as their most valuable currency. And they enjoy the process. Because if the journey always feels like a grind, success becomes harder to reach. Let's be honest, someone earning minimum wage as a cleaner might put in long, honest hours, and they should be proud of that. But to build wealth, they'd likely need to level up. That could mean launching a cleaning business, finding clients, hiring a team, and scaling operations with strategy and intention. The same goes for any path. If you have a business idea, develop it. If you have money to invest, learn the market. If you have a skill, master it. Whatever road you choose, one thing is non-negotiable: effort. Because here's the hard truth: you have to work hard now so that one day, you won't have to. Your skill is your leverage. Cultivate a skill, and it will repay you for life. There's an old saying, whoever pays the piper calls the tune. But here's the twist, what if the piper is so good, so rare, so in demand, he decides the price and the song? That's what happens when you build a skill others can't easily replicate. You stop chasing opportunities. They start chasing you. That's the foundation of personal branding, bringing something to the table that no one else can quite match. That's when you become irreplaceable. That's when you set your own price. And no, your skill doesn't have to be technical or complex, it just needs to be valuable. Something people need. Something they're willing to pay for. Think about it, it takes over a decade to become a neurosurgeon, but they're paid top dollar because the skill is rare, high stakes, and life-changing. So ask yourself, what do I do better than most people? What comes naturally to me but feels difficult to others? What could I develop that people would pay for? If you don't have the answer yet, that's okay. But don't say, I don't know, or I'm not talented. That mindset will keep you broke and stuck. The truth? Everyone has something to offer. Yes, you too. Maybe you're a great teacher, a clear communicator, a creative thinker. Maybe you're a people person, or you've got a sharp eye for design, detail, or systems. Whatever it is, your job is to find it, refine it, and turn it into something valuable. Dreams don't come true by accident. They require action. And sometimes all it takes is a wake-up call, a reminder that the time is now. Stop waiting to be discovered. That almost never happens. Put yourself out there, sharpen your skills, practice, improve, and, most importantly, let the world see what you can do. With the internet, it's never been easier. You can build an audience, market your services, or share your ideas with the world, all from your phone. Read books, watch tutorials, test strategies. But above all, start. Because once you develop a valuable skill, it becomes your most powerful asset, something that keeps paying you for the rest of your life. Master the art of selling. If you want to build real wealth, there's one skill you absolutely must master: sales. Every rich person gets this. Money doesn't show up just because you work hard. It shows up when something is sold. You can sell your skills, your services, your time, your knowledge, even your ideas. You can build systems that sell for you while you sleep. Sell directly, or through affiliates. Sell physical products, digital downloads, or things made by others. The key? Sell what people actually want. And no, sales isn't just cold calls and shiny suits. Millions of people are selling every day without stepping foot in a store: bloggers, podcasters, designers, coders, coaches. They're all turning skills into income. So can you. Take Richard Branson, founder of the Virgin Empire. He's famous for flying hot air balloons and taking wild adventures, but those stunts aren't just for fun. They're strategic. Every time he makes headlines, he promotes the Virgin brand. It's bold. It's exciting. It's unforgettable. That balloon isn't just a ride. It's a message. Want to be unforgettable? Want to get paid for your skills? Start now. Sharpen your edge. Show the world what you can do, because when you have something valuable to offer, and the courage to sell it, you stop chasing success, and start attracting it. It's not just a ride. It's a genius selling strategy. That balloon wasn't just a symbol of freedom, it was branding brilliance. And Branson isn't the only one who used creative thinking to generate wealth. Consider Alex too, a college student with a simple goal: become a millionaire. One day, he realized that if he could sell 1 million things for $1 each, he could hit that goal. But what exactly could he sell that existed in exactly 1 million units? That's when the idea hit him. A web page contains exactly 1 million pixels. So what if he sold each pixel for $1 as ad space? It was unconventional. It was bold. And it worked. He launched milliondollarhomepage.com and sold pixel blocks, usually 400 at a time, for $400 per ad. The idea caught fire. By the end of the year, he had made $1 million. Even best-selling author Richard Templar bought a space on the site. Alex had no company, no team, and no fame. What he did have was creativity, originality, and a deep understanding of how to sell in a way no one had seen before. That's the point. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just need a unique angle, something valuable, and the ability to communicate that value with clarity and confidence. Whether it's a product, service, or idea, you have something to offer. Your job is to find it, sharpen it, and share it, again and again, until the right people take notice. Because once you master the art of selling, you open the door to limitless income. Plan for your future, because the future is coming. One day, you'll grow old. Maybe not soon, but eventually. And when that day comes, you'll want to relax, travel, and enjoy life on your terms, not worry about bills or rely on others. That's why saving for old age isn't optional, it's essential. You can't depend on government pensions. You probably don't want to rely on your kids. And your health? That becomes more expensive as you age. Medications, checkups, and hospital visits can quickly eat away at your savings. At some point, long work hours just won't be possible. You'll want peace, freedom, and dignity. And to have that, you'll need money. The problem is, many people delay. They're too busy with daily responsibilities, bills, family, jobs, to think long term. But here's the truth, there's no perfect time to start saving. The best time is always now. Even if you're in your 30s, 40s, or beyond, it's not too late. What matters is that you begin. Start small. Ask before every purchase, do I need this, or could this help my future instead? Open a retirement account or pension fund. Invest in appreciating assets like stocks or real estate. Downsize when your children move out, and redirect those savings toward long-term wealth. And here's something encouraging. Even after 65, you can still earn. With the internet, part-time freelancing, consulting, and investing are more accessible than ever. Many retirees stay mentally sharp and emotionally fulfilled by doing meaningful work well into their later years. Build a safety net, because life happens. Just like saving for retirement, it's crucial to prepare for life's unexpected emergencies. Because no matter how secure you feel today, things can change in an instant. Accidents, illness, job loss, natural disasters, legal issues, business failures, economic downturns. A strong emergency fund gives you peace of mind and options. Here's how to build it. Save at least 6 months' worth of living expenses. That includes rent or mortgage, utilities, food, transportation, and education. Use a high-interest savings account that gives you easy access but still grows your money. Consider keeping a portion in cash, stored safely, for absolute emergencies. Emergencies aren't a matter of if, they're a matter of when. So when life throws a curveball, be ready. Whether you're building a business, developing a skill, or planning for your future, one thing stays constant. The effort you put in today becomes the freedom you enjoy tomorrow. Sell smart. Save wisely. Stay ready. Your future self will thank you. You won't always be employed. So don't wait until it's too late. Even if you're cautious, life can still surprise you. That's why it's so important not to wait for disaster to strike before taking action. Start saving now. Build your emergency fund slowly and steadily, and increase it as you go. Sit down, run the numbers, and calculate how much you'd need to cover 6 months of living expenses. Make that your goal. Because when life takes an unexpected turn, and it will, you'll be glad you prepared. Don't spend it before you've got it. Saving money consistently is one of the hardest things to do, especially today. With one-click checkouts, credit cards, and sales that never seem to end, spending money has never been easier. But that's exactly why self-discipline has never been more critical. If you want control over your financial life, you need a daily habit. If you don't have the money now, don't spend it. It sounds simple. And it is. But that doesn't mean it's easy. Temptation is everywhere, new gadgets, clothes, vacations, flash sales. But before you hit buy now, stop and ask yourself, what am I giving up by spending this money today? Is this something I'll still value tomorrow? Spending future income is dangerous. That income might never arrive. Jobs can be lost. Salaries can be delayed. Plans can change in an instant. And that thing you were so excited to buy, it might break, go out of style, or just stop feeling exciting. Worse still, spending money you don't have can lead you into debt, a trap that's hard to climb out of. You may lose touch with your financial reality. You might start relying on loans or credit cards. Before you know it, you're spending money to cover yesterday's decisions. So the next time you're about to spend, pause. Ask yourself, Do I need this right now? Or can it wait? Is this worth borrowing for? Because most impulse purchases bring short-term satisfaction and long-term stress. Instead, spend on what matters. Put money aside for emergencies, education, home repairs, or growth opportunities. Save for things that build your life, not just decorate it. And never forget, the future doesn't become real until it becomes today. So live within your means. Avoid unnecessary debt. Give yourself the freedom and peace of mind that comes with financial control. Because few things feel better than living life debt-free and in charge of your own story. Know when to stop. We've talked about earning more, saving smart, and investing in your future. But here's a truth that often gets overlooked. You need to know when enough is enough. Yes, work hard. Yes, earn well. But don't lose yourself in the process. If wealth comes at the cost of your health, your relationships, or your peace of mind, it's not wealth. It's a trap. Spend time with the people you love. Laugh. Relax. Travel. Do the things that light you up inside. Take care of your body, your spirit, your sanity. Because beyond a certain point, more money doesn't mean more happiness. Take Bill Gates. After years of building Microsoft, he stepped back. Not to retire in luxury, but to give back. Through the Gates Foundation, he's working to solve real global problems: poverty, education, disease. And he was inspired by another titan, Warren Buffett, who donated most of his fortune to the same cause. These men built empires. But their true legacy, it's not in what they earned, it's in what they gave. Now, you don't need billions to live by that same principle. If you have much, give of your wealth. If you have little, give of your heart. The point is, once you have enough, ask what else matters. Generosity, purpose, and peace, those are the real riches. Use your wealth wisely. Wealth is neutral. It's neither good nor bad. What matters is what you do with it. Here's a tale of two choices. One couple, rock musicians, bought a quiet patch of countryside. 9 acres of peace and potential. They dreamed of raising a family, forming deep bonds with neighbors, and living close to nature. It wasn't just a purchase, it was a vision for the life they wanted to build. Then there was a supermodel. Famous. Wealthy, but caught in a destructive addiction that stole her joy and tarnished her legacy. Despite the fame, despite the money, she was lost. Two people. Two choices. One used money to create a future. The other let money amplify the chaos. Because wealth, when used wisely, is a powerful tool. But when used carelessly, it can be your downfall. In the end, work hard. Earn well. Spend with purpose. Save for tomorrow. Protect yourself from the unexpected. Give when you can. And always, always remember, the true measure of wealth isn't how much you have. It's what you choose to do with it. Respect what you've earned. Wealth, when misused, can disappear faster than it came. But those who invest thoughtfully, live modestly, and share what they have tend to receive something even greater in return: peace of mind, lasting happiness, and the quiet respect of others. So how can you ensure you're using your wealth wisely? Start by asking yourself a few powerful questions. Why do I want to be wealthy? What do I hope to build or change in the long run? What did I expect money to bring into my life? Freedom, security, joy. How can I use my wealth to uplift others? What kind of world do I want to help create? And maybe the most important one, how do I want to be remembered? Leave more than just money behind. One of the most valuable things you can pass on isn't cash, it's wisdom. Teach your children how to earn, save, invest, and spend with intention. Unfortunately, most schools don't teach the real-world essentials: taxes, budgeting, investing, retirement, debt management. So if you don't teach them, chances are they'll learn the hard way, through mistakes, like many of us did. Be their example. They're watching every purchase, every bill, every giving moment. They absorb your attitude toward money more than your words. So spend with thought. Give with heart. Live with balance. Never assume you'll always be rich. Life changes. Fortunes shift, and real wealth, it isn't just about how much you have. It's about what you do with what you have. Flash doesn't last. Yes, wealth can feel incredible. Building it is a challenge worth celebrating, but chasing attention with flashy cars, oversized watches, or luxury just for show rarely brings lasting satisfaction. In fact, it often does the opposite. Let me tell you a story. A young man once stayed overnight in the guest room of his millionaire relative. Before bed, he forgot to switch off the lights. Later that night, the millionaire quietly entered the room, noticed the lights still on, and said, "You're wasting money. If it happens again, I'll fine you $10. Then, without anger, he calmly handed the young man a $10 bill, switched off the light, and left. That moment left a permanent mark. It wasn't about the $10. It was about respect, for money, for resources, for discipline. That young man never left a light on unnecessarily again. Wealthy people who stay wealthy, they know this. Small habits create long-term outcomes. Modesty is strength. And wealth is something to steward, not flaunt. Live to inspire, not impress. You don't need to buy a private jet or throw million-dollar parties to prove anything. You don't need to fly your entire family to another country just for Instagram likes. That's not success. That's performance. Instead, become someone who is calm, grounded, and intentional with their wealth. Earn respect, not by what you own, but by who you are. Set an example worth following. Let your success whisper, not shout. Don't let envy cloud your joy. It's tough. We live in a world of curated perfection, social feeds filled with luxury, designer labels, exotic travel. And sometimes, it's not strangers showing off. It's people close to us, friends, colleagues, even siblings. When someone you know suddenly has more, it's easy to feel left behind. Take the story of Mary and Joan. They were best friends for years. Then Joan started earning more. Her lifestyle changed, more travel, bigger home, better clothes. And something changed in Mary, too. Not her circumstances, her heart. She began to resent Joan. Even though she cared about her, envy started to poison the friendship. Eventually, Mary cut ties. Later, Joan suffered a personal tragedy, one money couldn't fix. And Mary? She was no longer there. That story reminds us, wealth can't protect us from life. And envy can rob us of the things that matter most: love, loyalty, connection. Your life has its own gifts. You may envy someone's income, but they may secretly envy your peace of mind, your health, your family, your freedom. Everyone's life comes with a hidden cost. We all carry burdens others don't see. So instead of comparing, practice gratitude. Every day, look in the mirror, count your blessings, and remember, true wealth isn't found in what you have, it's in how you live. Take a moment to appreciate what you have. Pause and reflect on the blessings already in your life. Appreciate the relationships, strengths, growth, and small joys you experience every day. The peace in your heart is a priceless gift, and no amount of money can replace a fulfilled, grateful life. Your children don't owe you anything. Imagine this: you've worked tirelessly for years to provide your children with the best education, a comfortable home, and a strong foundation in life. Now, they are grown, educated, and well settled in their careers. As you enter your later years, perhaps no longer able to work as you once did, you might wonder, shouldn't they now return the favor? Shouldn't they help with bills, take you on a vacation, make your life a little easier? Here's an important truth: your children don't owe you anything. Don't ask them for money, and don't hint that they should repay you. Think back to your own life. It was your decision to bring them into this world. You chose to provide for them, guide them, and love them because you wanted to, not because you expected repayment. You raised them out of love, not obligation. If you've raised your children with the right values, they will naturally want to support you in your old age, whether financially, emotionally, or in any other way they can. And they will do this out of love, not because they feel indebted to you, but because they want to give back the same way you once cared for your aging parents. Remember, the more you demand from them, the more resentment can grow. But when you expect nothing, everything they offer, time, care, or even money, will come from a place of pure love and respect. True generosity flows freely when it's not asked for. Your legacy is more than what they give you. Let your children live their lives without pressure or guilt. Your legacy isn't defined by what they give you in return. It's defined by the lives they build because of the love, lessons, and strength you gave them. This is the greatest reward of all. Conclusion: mastering wealth, living with purpose. Throughout this guide, you've explored the timeless principles of building and sustaining wealth. To grow rich, you must first clear your mind of old money myths and replace them with empowering beliefs. Every day, remind yourself, earning and saving money is not wrong. It's smart. It requires hard work, dedication, and clarity. Money is simply the direct result of your efforts, decisions, and discipline. If you want to earn more, start by setting aside a portion of your income. Consider investing, starting a business, or pursuing opportunities that align with your values. Never underestimate the power of compounding. It quietly multiplies wealth over time. Know where you stand and build from there. The journey to wealth begins with understanding where you are financially. Assess your current situation, then create a plan to grow from there. Your plan doesn't need to be perfect, but it does require action. Wake up early, use your time productively, and take consistent steps every day. Wealthy people don't wait around for things to happen. They take action. They know what they're good at and use their skills, ideas, time, and energy to create value. Don't let a victim mindset hold you back. Get out there and sell what you bring to the world. Sustaining wealth and preparing for the future. Once you've built your foundation, the next step is to sustain it. Prepare for emergencies and plan for old age. Aim to build an emergency fund that can cover at least 6 months of living expenses. Even after retirement, stay engaged, continue to invest, manage your business, or pursue work that you enjoy. Never spend money you don't yet have. Your future income is not guaranteed, but bills will always come. Remember, wealth is not just about money, life is richer than wealth alone. Make time for family, take care of your health, enjoy nature, keep your hobbies alive, and share your knowledge and experiences with others. True wealth includes wisdom and generosity. True wealth isn't just about how much money you have, it's about how you use it. Be the kind of wealthy person who is disciplined, humble, and kind. Let your success speak for itself, not through your possessions but through your character. Teach your children about earning, saving, and investing. Share the wisdom you've gained. Build a legacy not of material wealth, but of love, respect, and responsibility. Don't envy others. It's easy to envy the wealth of others, especially when it seems like they have everything. But remember, everyone has their own struggles. The rich may have more money, but they might also have challenges that you can't see. So, instead of envying others, practice gratitude for what you have. There will always be someone who has something you don't, but there will also always be someone who envies what you have. Your responsibility: master your financial life. Ultimately, your financial life is your responsibility. Starting today, earn more, save more, invest wisely, and spend with intention. Because wealth isn't just about having money, it's about mastering it.